Girl, we know enough. Your birth sister's hubby. That's some muscle there. DJ, we got some muscle. We got Silent Mike. We could have got you a lot of muscle.
Well, think about it.
I got some muscle. I go rip some ass. Okay.
I should have, but I didn't.
Because you're such a sweetie pie.
Because you are a sweetie pie.
Hey, I just got a text message from Cocolicious. She's at her sister's house with Charisse and Minnie, who are here,
right.
And they're all listening in. So say hi in chat, guys.
I saw some of those fabulous pictures that you posted of you and Cocolicious
at Plush the other night. Yes, it was fun. I had a great time. I couldn't drive home.
The pictures are just slowly coming out. I'm waiting for Earl to send me the bulk of them so I can put them on the Plush website.
Let me tell you guys another exciting thing, and I sent you girls and we're going to work this all out, but our buddy Earl, the photographer who we love, wants to film a documentary on us Sin City Bounty Girls during FanFest and Well Rounded.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so we, him and I were talking, and we want to have a meeting before then and run ideas. But things like at your house loading the truck, getting things set up, our little squabbles about how to put up the stuff.
But see, and I've wanted to do that since last year, since you guys won. A documentary about just Sin City, how you guys each became part of the group.
Yeah, kind of our old lives, our home lives as opposed to this life. So he wants to get, and we got a meeting Tuesday.
I'm so glad he's going to do that.
Yeah, he came. He's so funny.
That's 4 women he's got to follow around.
I know,
and our friends.
Well, and
because it's not like we're alone. We have entourages,
right? Oh, absolutely. We got Coco, we got Jessica, you're right, we have entourages. But some of the personal stuff about our life, he can film that after that. But he's so nonchalant because, he's just such a good guy, and we're moseying along, and he goes, yeah, I think I want to do a documentary on you guys. What do you think about that? I said, why aren't you jumping up and down? That's like a great idea. He goes, I just lay it out there and see what comes back. I go, yeah, we're all about it.
Well, I know this is kind of jumping off the subject a little bit, but it's not. Today is the last day of the month of June, and today is the last day you can vote. And yeah, I'm kind of putting my bias out there, but
put it out there, girl.
Curve Media is a nominee for one of the media outlets. It's a different category than the one for...
Oh, no, we're in one of the categories.
You guys are in one of them, but then there's one for his category.
Right.
Yeah, we're in 2 categories.
Yeah.
We're in the special and the media.
And then, yeah, exactly. So, of course, you know which one I did for the special. And then, of course, I did him, too. So I want you guys to know tonight, midnight, is the last time to vote.
Midnight Pacific or midnight across the
Platinum
U.S.?
Didn't tell me. I don't know.
It's probably midnight midnight in the Eastern, midnight in Western, and...
But yeah, so
please, everybody, go to SinCityBounty.com. You can go there and click on the FanFest link, or just go to bbwfanfest.com.
Right. Yeah, and then it's also
if we don't get another award, I will not be a happy fat chick.
No, that's not true. Fat people are always happy. Don't you know the stereotype?
Yeah, fuck that. Okay, fuck that. No, you know what? I just fake it really well. Yeah. You know what? Just
give you chocolate, you'll be fine.
Chocolate and some booze. And a dick.
I was about to say you forget the other part there.
There are a lot of miserable people in the world. Silent Mike and I were talking on the way up here, and we were talking. I hate Tom Petty, the singer.
You hate Tom Petty?
I can't stand.
Do you hate his music or just him?
I can't stand the way he sings. So it's his music.
Okay.
And the reason is because he's one of those lazy people that don't want to open his mouth very much. So whenever he sings, it's always like this.
You're right.
You can't really tell what he's talking about because he's always singing like this, and there's always a little wine in there.
He wants some cheese.
And
and Alexia, how do you really feel?
It really bothers me that he does that. And Silent Mike says to me, well, how can he be this happy-go-lucky guy with a name like Petty? And I'm thinking, you're absolutely right.
I never thought about his name was Petty.
It is Petty.
Well, he's probably very petty.
Probably very petty. And that's one of the things that I learned in my spiritual teachings is the name that you take on are the characteristics that you take on.
Absolutely.
So if your name is like Bloodlust, David or something like that, you're going to be angry all the time looking to tear somebody's neck out.
I had a friend whose husband or her baby daddy was a biker guy, and they named this kid Jammin' Free.
Jammin' free.
Jammin' free. Let me tell you, if ever a kid, like, is a namesake of the word jammin' free, it's this kid. like he's like, oh, amen. Like, now he's grown, like, amen. And he's very much like that, and very much like a hellion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, "Arr." So, but you know what? I got to tell you something. Years ago, a pastor told her that. Like, you know, he told her, he says, the name reflects, and this kid was like 3 years old at the time, and the pastor actually suggested way back then that she change the kid's name.
I used to have
There's
a friend.
power in names.
I used to have a friend. She took on a nickname called Gypsy. She was a wonderful girl. Beautiful, very sweet. She was constantly moving, losing her apartment, and it didn't even dawn on me at first. You know, and then I think like 5 years after I knew her, she was talking again about another apartment or house that she had lost and how she has packed up her car and now she's moving again. And I looked at her and I said, have you thought about maybe changing your name?
Yeah, good
From
point.
Gypsy to, I don't know, Mountain.
How about like tree or root?
Right. But it is so true. You take on the persona of whatever it is that you identify with.
So what's Sweet Cheeks? Oh God.
Well, come on now. You're very sweet, and your cheeks are just so fluffy.
I do have fluffy cheeks.
You
right?
do have fluffy
See?
cheeks.
Fluffy
They're
cheeks.
very sweet.
You know what?
Rich guy. That's right. Silent Mike says, "Rich guy, good life." I'm changing my name.
Oh yeah.
What? Right?
Oh yeah. Hey, Mr. Rich Guy, Good Life. How's it going? I've always wanted to change my name to Diva.
Diva.
I
think you already got some of that
I
in
got
you,
some
Mama
of that. I got a
Sucker.
little of it in me.
Okay, so I have been posting. I downloaded a bunch of sites onto my phone that I could check every day, and there's sex news sites or weird news sites or whatever.
I've
You
been
bring some good ones.
Yeah.
To the,
Right?
Yeah, she does.
So there's a bunch of stories that I got. And so first one I want to cover is Berlusconi. You remember Berlusconi, president of Italy, had bunga bunga parties, remember?
Oh yeah,
Remember?
vaguely, yeah.
So he was just found guilty for paying for sex with an underage lady, and he's been sentenced to 7 years.
Good.
Wow.
Okay?
Good, because you know what? Use whoever you need to as an example, because that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Another one is there's this GOP congressman, Representative Louis Gohmert, says he doesn't see the value of sex education. He says mankind has existed just fine without it for a long time.
And we've had AIDS and a rise in sexually transmitted diseases
And
and, a
teenage
rise in
pregnancies.
That's my thing
Yeah.
right there.
AIDS might be the that's right.
What?
AIDS, there I did post a story on my
Yes.
Dame Vegas account.
Yes.
They were able to take the AIDS virus because it does this certain thing where it can seek out certain cells.
But they mutated it
Right,
first. They
right.
mutated it, and what they did is they mutated it so that they're taking only the T cells out of it,
Okay.
and then
They injected it into this little girl. I think she was like 7 or 8 years old, who had cancer, and she is completely cancer free
What
at
ki-
age 11.
Leukemia.
She had leukemia?
Mhm.
Wow.
Amazing.
it was freaking
right?
awesome.
Well, isn't it okay? Let's talk about the T cells, because when you have AIDS or the active AIDS, isn't it they're always checking your T count
Right.
level?
Yes.
So they are removing the T cells.
No, they're taking the AIDS virus out
Out
so
of the
they're
T cell.
leaving just
Oh.
that.
It's like
whatever
they're
affects the T count.
God, how does those cells know what that? Okay,
that's exactly
this
it.
is
Well,
cancer.
it's like all the cells in your body know to give you blue eyes or green eyes, and know to give you that
so
dimple.
it
in your chin,
connects
so.
to something that
Mhm.
changes. Oh, that is awesome. My mother happens to be cancer.
And I got mad. Somebody after I reposted your like 2 different people like tried to like at me and say, well, they didn't give her AIDS, and I said, hello. If you read the article, it said exactly that.
Most
Yeah.
people don't read the
They
articles.
are so stupid.
right?
Okay, so stupid.
So here's another one. You remember John Wayne Bobbitt? Do you remember what he
Mr.
got famous for?
Cha! Yeah, his wife chopped his dick off,
And it got sewn back on.
and then he did a porno.
Right? So
Did it really work?
I
sorry.
guess so.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, listen to what he said.
this was back in 1993 when this happened, and then he got surgically repaired 20 years later. Right? He says being the most famous man to have his penis chopped off does have its advantages. It has definitely not hurt my love life. In fact, it has improved it. I believe I've slept with 70 women since the incident.
Well, that's because they're freaking like, ooh,
They
I gotta
wanna
see.
see if it
works. Right.
I gotta see if it works. Is that little? I want to see the scar.
Right.
I'd be examining that shit.
He compared his post-slice penis to driving an incredibly powerful muscle car.
Oh wait, can I'm not getting this analogy.
I joke that it's all souped up now, like an ordinary car with a bigger engine. I can honestly say it's never been better. Lorena, of course, was acquitted after claiming that she was driven.
Here's what I want to know: is he
knifing off
trying
his
to
penis.
convince himself or the rest of the
I
world?
don't
You know,
know.
come
I
on.
don't
Like
know.
when they sewed it back on, they put like a turbo part in it or something.
No, I'm
He's
not
a
saying.
bionic.
You know, it didn't change his
Yeah.
balls and his. You know, I mean, because you get your penis sewed on doesn't make your like orgasm stronger.
Right.
He's probably not caring about that part or what you want.
Now, but recently, just a couple days ago, what's today, the 30th? So 2
Yeah.
days ago, in Santa Ana, California, a California woman, cut off her husband's penis and threw it in the garbage disposal.
I love that.
Oh,
Because you know what? I would never have the balls to do it.
that's true.
And
I wouldn't have the balls to. I wouldn't have the balls or the knife to cut off a man's penis in the first place.
Well,
I don't
and
think,
I
but-
hope he really, I mean, if she did, I hope he really deserved it. Okay.
She has been sentenced to life in prison. Just
Life
so you know,
for a penis?
without possibility or with possibility of parole.
Life for a penis? Did he die? I
No.
thought it's a life for a life. You know, come on, maybe 15, 20 years, but life?
That's just wrong.
Now she's 50 years old. She can seek parole in 7 years. She was convicted of torture and aggravated mayhem.
Aggravated.
Aggravated mayhem.
Isn't that what I do every weekend at the Red Label?
I think of comic books whenever I hear
Aggravated
aggravated
mayhem.
I
mayhem.
think of that little insurance dude.
Prosecutors say that she drugged her husband's tofu with sleeping pills and screamed, "You deserve it," before attacking him with a 10-inch kitchen knife.
Oh, that's like
Wow.
That's premeditated.
Her lawyer argued that she has had mental problems stemming from childhood molestation and sexual abuse by her husband.
You know what? I've been watching Dexter since season 1 already. Okay, I watched season 1 and 2, and I'm partway through 3. So when I think of this, all I keep thinking of is Dexter and the you know, the no blood room and whoosh.
I don't like the idea of women cutting off men's penises. I mean,
I don't like. It's not that I really something I think about to
Right,
like or
right,
not
right.
like, but I'm just thinking that motherfucker must have been really bad for her to do
Right.
that.
Or she's really crazy.
Well,
all right, let me get back to my news feed over
that's
here.
wild.
If you follow us on Twitter, SinCityBounty.com on Twitter, I post all the stories that I find up on there, so I have a place for them so we can talk about them on the show, because some of these are just too funny, right? So there was an article about how love, pride, and kindness lend to great sex.
love, pride, and kindness.
Oh, and lots of porn.
Okay, I need a little justification
Okay.
on this. Okay,
All right. So basically what it says, this article says, is that why?
An ad
Looks
was
like you're
good.
buying a washing machine or so. Oh,
It is giving me clothes. It's giving me a wash machine. So
to put the penis that you cut off in.
So the kindness is when you compliment each other and their sexual. When you compliment your partner about the way that they do sex, it makes them feel more better about doing the sex, and
Does that mean
having
even if
know,
you have to lie?
maybe even if you. What the heck?
So
That's
that's
been
the
happening a
kindness
lot to
part.
me lately.
I want to know what the pride part is.
Being proud of how you handle. If you can go into a sexual encounter and go, yeah, I'm gonna rock this woman's world, or I am gonna make this man scream at the top of his lungs, or however.
Was there
you
any
have
other way to
pride.
go into it?
There are a lot of people who go into it reluctantly.
Oh,
There are
true,
actually
true.
quite a few people who do it because they think they have to, or whatever, you know.
True.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one that I said? This isn't gonna let me.
Well,
get into it.
porn. It was kindness, pride, porn, and there was another one.
Yeah.
Now the porn is 57% of the people polled watch porn to get them in the mood. So over half the people surveyed in this survey, I think it was like 1,000 people, all of them still use porn.
You can
couples and otherwise. Oh yeah, you
can learn a little bit about something. Like a lot of times when I'm talking to these people on Plenty of Fucking Fish, I say, "Hey, what kind of porn do you watch?" It's very interesting to see. Do you watch fat girl porn? Do you watch gay man porn? Do you watch little people porn? What is your thing? I always want to ask.
It does say that 96% of the people do believe that sex is better when you're actually connected to them instead of like a wham bam.
That's absolutely true.
Right?
That's absolutely true.
And and that is being with someone that you love, knowing that they love you, is the top confidence booster.
Well, I guess I got something to strive for.
And then the other confidence booster is feeling good about my sexual abilities, the pride.
Okay. And
then when my partner compliments me. So maybe you should lie just a little. Make sure they do it right so you don't have to lie, in the middle of it.
Well, if I know ain't never going to be time to, ooh, baby, thank you. That was great. Bye.
What about that one? What about that one? The man, the father, and his dad, the one you posted, that you destroyed porn for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, I'm getting to that. It's in the list, ma'am.
Okay,
it's in the list.
That one just like busted me up.
A couple are believed to have fallen to their deaths when a window they were having sex against gave way.
Why would somebody have sex against a window?
Oh, I've been on the 30-something floor of the Flamingo or something, and I've had sex against that window. It was hot.
You know what? Yeah. Not with my fat ass, because I'd be afraid just that was going to happen, okay? Now, I'm all about, I'll have sex in front of people. I'll be a voyeur, but you know what? When you see my big ass against a window, crack.
Eyewitnesses said that the couple both fell to the ground as they clinched onto each other.
Can't you imagine that they would hear that shit cracking?
I would think so.
Wow.
I would think so.
They must have really been into it, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe he just, gave it one good push.
Well, that's a fucking cheap-ass hotel.
Or she's a loud screamer.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I hope it was good.
I love these stories. Okay. The dad of porn actress Stoya isn't upset that she's a porn star. He doesn't care that she's a porn star. What does bother him is that he can't enjoy his own porn like he once did because Stoya, his daughter, has licensed the sex toy and the ads pop up on all his favorite adult sites. So now he sees his daughter everywhere.
Oh, thank God my brother and my father don't like fat porn.
Well, I don't think she's a fatso, but
no, I'm just saying that's where they would look.
Yeah.
And
then we're almost ready to go to break, so I'm gonna save the last few.
And we got to talk about George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I got an opinion. Go figure.
No, really. You?
Well, I know last week it turned into this huge debate about race. We talked about because we had Paula Deen and Trayvon Martin, and so the whole show is a pretty serious show.
And do you know that the whole world, the whole United States has really jumped on the whole race bandwagon this week. Every channel you watch because of Paula Deen and because of some of the things said at the trial this week.
And also because of the Voter Rights Act that was passed this week.
Right.
And on top of that, black man President Obama has gone to Africa for the first time in his 6 years as president. And someone pointed out to me that it was probably best that he waited this long because it would have been his if he went initially
right away
started doing stuff initially, then the whole race thing would have been even worse.
Isn't that fucked up?
I know.
God, I don't care what color your fucking skin is.
I know.
God, it just...
But there are a lot of people that do.
I know.
I hate everybody the same.
Yeah, me too. You do
That's what I tell people.
Eat them the same? Is that what you said?
She'll do that too.
I hate them the same.
I thought she said I'll eat them the same.
See, she would. She'd eat them all the same too.
Come here, let me eat you.
Oh, I'm tasty.
That's why they call you sweet.
I guess I got, and it's all about how you're brought up and what you're taught and probably the community you brought up in.
Yeah.
But I hate it. I just, like I said, I want to love everybody.
I know.
So, okay, we are getting ready to go on break. Big Girls Rock, we do. All right, we'll be right back with Jessika Vegas. You're listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City. See the award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City and your favorite BBW porn stars at BBW FanFest 2013, July 26th, 27th, and 28th at the Tuscany Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. For more information, go to BBW FanFest on Facebook.
Hi, this is Atomic April live from Las Vegas, and I'm proud to announce the premiere of Atomic April's Radio Glam every Friday, 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on VegasAllNetRadio.com. I'll be talking beauty tips, salon secrets, and tricks of the trade, and how to make your life a little more glamorous one sparkle at a time. I'll have special guests, contests, and giveaways, so listen online to Atomic April's Radio Glam every Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. on Vegas AllNet Radio. Until then, stay sparkling.
This is Alexia from the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City radio show. Join myself and the ladies every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern for real talk about real stories with real people. That's Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on your computers at VegasAllNetRadio.com because they won't let us on regular radio.
Hi, this is Joseph Peroni, author of the book From Grief to Relief. Listen to my show every Thursday at 2 p.m. on VegasAllNetRadio.com. This show is dedicated to those who have loved and lost and have found or are searching for the personal power and courage to love again. Join me, Joseph Peroni, every Thursday at 2 p.m. on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Heard online all over the world. Listen to the From Grief to Relief radio show every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Follow your favorite BBW porn stars on Twitter. Find them all at bbwgirltweet.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas AllNet Radio. I might add that tomorrow is July the 1st.
Yes, it is.
Which means that there is a big countdown to all the big events at the end of July here. 3 majors.
You know, I was putting up all the new events that I got invited to over on Facebook onto the nationwide BBW Club calendar. And July is almost the entire page.
I know.
And then August, there's like 5 events right now listed for August. September, there's like 2. October, there's like 1.
Well, you can do the trifecta in Vegas in all one week. You can do BBW Fan Fest. You can go to NAFA, which I don't know that, as long as I can remember, that NAFA's ever been here.
Right.
So that's real big if you're into activism and you want to do workshops about size acceptance. That's the place to be.
Right.
And then come over to Well-Rounded and party like a rock star.
That's right.
But yeah, so you can do the trifecta this week. I'm gonna do the double header.
The double header.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it over to NAFA or not.
I'd like to make at least one of the lectures or something like that.
Yeah, maybe during the week. When maybe we go together one day.
It's during the day. Most of their stuff is during the day. They have some parties at night, but you know.
Right. So yeah, maybe we'll get a little group, and go over and at least walk through the place and see what's going on. I would like to. Our friends Peg and Dar here in town, the sisters, they are really big in NAFA. In fact, Peggy is the national something. She's on the board. Yeah, she's a big shot.
It's her birthday today too.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. We really should go over and say hi to everybody. So just because we've never been.
Right.
But I'm excited.
I know.
I'm excited.
July is a huge BBW month in Vegas.
I'm just doing my laundry, and as I watch it, throw it in a suitcase. Because, I mean, I check into the hotel with Rubbermaid boxes. That's what I do. I got laundry. I got a bunch of laundry, and I was like, I'm just going to get the suitcase out of the garage and just start loading it up as I get it clean. In fact, I just bought some new things at Ross. I'm just going to throw those right in the suitcase right now.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to some of these stories. This one was pretty serious. I thought at first I was like, I am not a fan of people who don't meet other people before they fall in love. So if you meet,
me too.
I understand online dating and everything, and you meet someone and you really connect with them. And I know that a lot of my friends have connected online, But until you actually sit down with that person, talk to them face to face, see their body mannerisms and if their breath stinks or not, or if they know how to comb their hair, you can't really make a decision about whether you really like someone.
And I have totally chit-chatted with somebody and text for a month or so and thought, oh, this is a really good person and we're going to click. And then you meet and you're like, I can't fucking wait to get home.
Right. But so there's a story that popped up this week. Actually, it was at the beginning of the month. It was towards near the beginning of the month. This woman, she had an online boyfriend. She met him online at a dating place. He turned out to be her ex-husband.
Oh, my God.
And now he is facing stalking charges. And at first I was like, what? I mean, it's her own damn fault, right? But I know I have friends that I have met and only know online. I have a bunch of friends.
Right, me too, yeah.
I don't never plan on dating them. I never plan on sleeping with them. I never, anything like that. They're just really good friends. So this is what happened. For nearly a year, she was talking to this guy online that she met through this dating site. He put together this elaborate online persona with an assumed name. He borrowed photographs from somebody just so he could strike up a digital relationship with his ex-wife.
On purpose.
Okay.
He knew it was her.
Right. And that he went so far as to arrange to webcam with her where he didn't have to be the webcam. His side didn't work for one reason or another.
Yeah, go figure.
Okay. Yeah. So
that's signal number one that you're not real.
So he could watch her online, right? And then
she's stupid.
Here's where the crime part comes in. I still don't know if it's crime, but he was able to persuade her to skip a court appearance in which she was seeking an order for protection against him.
You know what? Here's what I say. This woman is weak. Okay, you know what? I don't think this man, do I think he's a douchebag for doing what he did? Yes. Do I think that it's a crime that he convinced her not to press further charges on her husband? No, because she's a free thinking adult. And you're going to let a stranger tell you and don't even know what happened?
She's a free thinking adult, but she's weak. So do we punish her because she's weak?
No, well, we don't press charges against this guy because she made a stupid decision.
But she was going to court to get papers of protection against a restraining order against him, and he talked her out of it.
What I'm saying is that
as a different person,
if she was so worried about what this guy was going to do to her and she needed a restraining order, there's no motherfucker on earth that can talk you out of it. That's fucking stupid.
Now, according to the charges, about 3 months after her divorce, the woman met someone through a dating website. They struck up an extensive online relationship, exchanging emails, text messages, other electronic communication. She confided intimate details of her life and daily activities, and the difficulties that she had with her ex-husband, who turned out to be him. In March, after an alleged physical assault by him, so he'd been having this relationship with her, and then he went to her house and physically assaulted her.
As himself, but online he's still the other guy.
Right.
Okay.
She told her friend online that for her plans to get a court order for protection, and he persuaded her to skip the court date, request for the order subsequently. So she went and got it. He talked her into getting it dismissed.
Well, that's, you know what? So wait a minute. So she is trying to press charges on him for talking her into something.
Right.
Well, guess what, Alexia? I'm going to press charges on you if you want me to wear the blue dress and I want to wear the red dress and I wear the blue dress. But that's the same kind of thing.
He is still guilty of stalking.
How?
For stalking her. For
He never violated an order. Excuse me, as far as I know, the internet is not policed at this moment.
No.
And there are stalking, when you get online on any dating site or any site and you open that door to chat with anybody, you better be wise enough to, have a good discernment or make good decisions. She did not have good decisions. He didn't stalk her.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay. You know what? But
it doesn't excuse the fact that he was stalking her.
How do you define stalking? He didn't come to her house. He never made her feel uncomfortable.
But he did.
He did.
As himself. Right.
So that's what he's getting.
He's pretending to be this guy so he could get into her graces, as it were. That's a form of stalking.
That happens every day.
So, but I completely agree with both of you. That's the problem. So that's my Libra nature coming up. But
the reason why stalking is a big crime now, right? The stalking.
But I still don't see how you see this
The
as
reason
stalking.
why is because women have always complained that nobody does anything until after the fact. Now we know for a fact that he physically assaulted her. Right. So that could have led anywhere.
Right.
When she found out that he was doing this playing thing, this whole stalking thing, he got charges pressed against him. The restraining order is now in order and in effect. Still, it's not going to be enough. If he wants to get to her, he's going to get to her.
Right. I would really like to see if this thing plays out in court. You know me and my court stuff.
I know.
Because, sure, I think he's a douchebag for what he did.
There are a lot of stupid people in the world, but just because they're stupid doesn't mean they should be assaulted.
She did not have to turn that computer on.
No.
She did not have to make friends with this person. You know what? Anybody's a stalker. You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, we all are. Because don't tell me you haven't been to a Facebook page of somebody you don't really like and checked out what's on it.
Right.
But
exactly.
Sweet Cheeks, when I first started webcamming, I didn't know anything about anything. I mean, I had people that stalked me. I had people that had me doing dumb things. It wasn't until I was around webcam long enough that I learned my lessons.
Right.
That I actually became computer savvy and cam savvy, that I went, oh, wait a second. I don't have to do everything these guys are telling me, that I have a brain and I can use it.
Amen, sister.
So once I learned those things, that I was still my person, that even though I'm running my business, that's when I said, okay, it's my business. I'm running it for these gentlemen. Then I looked at it as saying, okay, I can do something for you up to this line, but once I hit this line, it's no more. I have my brain, and
that's
I can
exactly
stop it.
my point.
But it took her. There was a learning curve. She had to have the learning curve.
Guess what? This woman just learned a big learning curve about dating sites.
Exactly.
And thank
but
goodness,
most women don't get that opportunity.
Right.
You're right. I
getting
absolutely agree. I absolutely 100% agree. I just don't think she has a case in. Now, maybe when he comes to her house, that's the violation of the order and the stalking. But online, she had a free choice to talk to anybody or not to talk to anybody.
Except that he did come to her house and physically assault her.
Well, but that part is right. But as far as the online stuff, I don't think she's got a right in hell online. You know, and eventually we're gonna have they'll start policing online stuff in some way.
That's gonna be hard for our business.
It's gonna be hard.
My business.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hard.
The court date starts tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Now
Fuck me. Send me that link because I got to see if my girl Nancy Grace going to talk about this one.
This is Twin Cities. Where's Twin Cities? Minnesota. Right?
You know, seriously, will you send me that link so
I'll
I can keep an eye on that? I'll keep.
If you ever go on your Facebook, you go to the Sin City Twitter.
Girl,
I'm on Facebook
Twitter,
all the fucking time.
If you go to the Twitter.
I forget.
Do I need to help you?
You know what? I just forget to tweet.
Yeah, she just always forgets.
I mean, you know me, I'm always on fucking, no, it ain't on my phone because I got a fucking cheap ass phone, bitch.
She still has buttons.
I love you.
And you know what? I would rather take that money to buy that phone and go buy me some new clothes.
So you could go to the BBW
I can be
experience.
Cute at the
right.
BBW events. I got to be cute.
So this was another article I found. It's called 8 Dating Myths to Ignore. And there was one I was like, what?
Dating myths to ignore.
Myths to ignore.
So this is stuff we shouldn't even worry about.
This is stuff that they say we shouldn't even worry about.
Okay.
Number 1, wait to respond.
Wait to respond.
Wait to 2 days or wait the...
Oh, fuck that shit.
You know, when you get a phone number, it says...
Like the 2-day rule.
So you agree. It's a myth you should ignore.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right?
Really?
Fuck that.
Okay.
There's something...
Why? Do you wait 2 days?
I don't date, so what... But I mean, it was in the book, the rules. I mean, that's just something that I did
whose
learn.
rule? Some lady wrote it in a book, so it's a rule.
But
Probably.
it was something I was taught to read when I was young. My grandma gave it to me.
Exactly.
God damn it.
That's my point. When you were young, maybe you waited 2 days. Now you fucking are attached to the world on your hip. You know, fucking send a message.
I thought she says, now you fuck on the first date. Right.
Well, I do sometimes.
Okay, so...
I might go down,
This article comes from Pop Sugar Love and Sex.
Oh, I love that name.
Trey tracesugar.com. Tracesugar.com.
Tracesugar.com. Okay, what's the next myth? Give me another myth.
So number one, waiting to respond. There's something to be said about playing hard to get every once in a while, but it doesn't mean you let the hours pass before you text them back. Instead, communicate with the people you date in the same way you'd communicate with your friends to avoid unnecessary games.
Okay. I agree.
Okay?
Yeah, I don't like games.
Me neither.
No games.
Okay, number two, this is a myth you should ignore.
Okay.
Never mention your ex.
Bullshit.
You think that you think you should never talk about your ex on a date.
On a date, no, you should never mention your ex. But at the same time,
sometimes it comes up in conversation.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Do I think you should dwell on it? Do I think you should bitch about that motherfucker? He cheated on me.
Yeah,
oh, you should definitely not do that.
No,
exactly.
But if it comes up in the course of the conversation, like, oh, my ex and I used to go jet skiing. We'd have a great time on Lake Mead. I don't think that's a problem.
No, exactly.
You don't think so?
Right.
At all?
No. Do you?
Oh, I don't know. I think the reason that the myth was the rule was put into place is because you're supposed to make this person feel special. So if you talk about the ex, then he's going to be comparing himself to your ex. Of course, that's his problem,
but
not yours.
These days, so many people have kids that the ex is going to be a part of it.
Right.
So that's a myth that it's not going to happen.
So the article says, while exes don't need to come up in every conversation, it's okay to talk about past relationships as a way to get to know each other's dating history.
I agree, because it's a great... I went on a date with one guy Monday night, and I'll tell you about this in my catch-up, but he had his girlfriend's pictures. They've supposedly been broke up from 8 months, and they were in frames on it.
So that's a little
wrong.
Yeah, well, we got to talk about this.
It says
I'm going to talk like a dog about this boy.
We have to shut the door.
It says steer clear of awkward and uncomfortable specifics, but feel free to be honest about who you are, who you've been with, and what you've learned from past loves.
Yeah, don't be talking about
I
how
agree.
they.
There's this one move from the chandelier to the.
See, yeah, that's what I said. Don't be talking about.
And don't be saying, "Oh, my ex was. He was the best fuck I ever had." No, don't be saying that.
No.
Okay.
This long.
Myth number 3 that you should completely ignore, or story number 3 you should completely ignore. Don't be emotional.
Oh, they're telling you that you can be emotional.
Yes.
I agree.
You agree?
I think you should be yourself.
Okay, so I don't think I've ever heard that, unless it's like
Now, do I think you should stop? Oh, you hurt me. Then you're breaking 2 of them myths, okay? All at one time. But, I mean,
well, I hear it all the
if
time.
you're talking about the fact that your mother passed away 2 months ago and you tear up, you know what? That's honesty.
Okay, I would be going, why the fuck am I out on a date with my mother?
I'm just saying, I think that if it's a natural reaction, that's something you get emotional about, why would you shut that down?
I definitely would not be able to go to a movie on a date if I were to stay unemotional.
Yeah, he better not take you to Star Trek.
Star Trek, Disney, anything Disney. I'm like,
oh, you're so funny.
I am horrible. I hate Disney movies.
Really?
I hate them because
so funny.
every single one makes me cry.
But see, the thing is that I hear don't be emotional all the time just because I'm emotional naturally. I'm crazy, so everything's emotional to me.
So
it depends on what time of the month we're going out to date, whether I'm emotional or not.
So this little blurb says, putting up a few walls can be necessary sometimes, but it's not healthy to regularly hide your feelings in a relationship. Aim for open, honest conversation and know that it's okay to experience negative emotions too.
I agree. So I'm all good with every myth. I'm a myth buster to the max here. Okay, let's go on.
Cool.
But it's not working. I mean, I got nothing permanent going on, but
Number 4 says always offer to split the bill. You shouldn't have to do that anymore. That's a myth you don't have to do anymore. Don't offer to split the bill anymore.
On a date, I didn't think you were supposed to. Unless you offer to go Dutch.
Here's what I do. If they take me out to dinner or whatever, I don't make any assumptions that they're going to pay because some guys are just fucking assholes.
Right.
So I make sure I've got enough cash in my purse if I got to cover my dinner. But when the bill comes, I always say, can I pay for mine? And I've never had anybody say, no, yeah, okay, yeah, you give me $20 or whatever. But I always, on the first date,
right,
I always offer that.
Have you ever asked a guy out?
Oh yeah,
but
it's after I've known them.
Oh, okay.
And not on a first date. I would never pay for. I'll pay for my own on a first date, but I'm not paying for you, motherfucker. Okay. But yeah, I have. There's people that we've maybe been out for a bunch of times and they've paid and we're and I'll say, you know what, let's go to the movie. It's on me this time. So yeah, I've done that before. Absolutely.
But that hasn't technically been a date because they're just people that you know.
No. It's been guys I've dated.
Oh, okay.
And maybe like they, we've gone out a lot on their dime. Or something.
I always offer to pay.
Well, what I'm saying is, you asked me if I've ever asked a guy out and pay. Yes. So I've a couple of times said, okay, come on, you want to go to see a movie tonight, and it's on me. And after I've dated them a little while.
And the couple of times that I've asked guys out, I've always paid. I've always
if I asked,
wanted to pay. I didn't have to pay, but
right. But
I always expected to.
Yeah, I always offer. Can I pay for mine? I don't ever pay for them, motherfucker. Especially on the first date. Fuck you.
What about you?
Well, I don't date, but
I'm tired of you saying no.
I don't. I mean, I don't. Well, okay.
Do we need to remedy this? Do we need to remedy this?
I guess because I'm neurotic, but I mean, at the same time,
neurotic.
No, because I have trust issues. I do. I have complete.
Yeah, me
trust
too.
issues.
Maybe we should start a club. Okay.
I have trust issues. I'm like they're either they're asking me out because they want to get laid, or I don't trust them. I'm like, why do you want to go out with me? I don't know.
Maybe because you're cute and you're really nice and you have honestly, a big heart.
Guys don't ask me out. That's the thing. Guys that approach me online, they want to fuck. That's
true.
it.
I understand that.
Guys in public never talk to me. And the ones that do talk to me, they're my friends. Nobody asks me out on a date, ever.
Do you think it has to do with sometimes with the way, and I'm just asking in women in general, not just you, Kat, but do you think that you might tell or like have the aura of unapproachable? I'm not saying that.
No, I
with
do
you,
sometimes.
But I know a lot of women do.
Up. I do. And like the only time, and that's the thing, when I go out as Jessica, I'm very approachable, and but when I go out as me,
right?
I do. I have walls all over the place. I'm a brick wall. What do you want? What do you want?
I believe that the best way to meet somebody is through your friends, number one.
I agree. Through
other friends, or doing something that you love doing. And we talked a little bit about this last week, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a passion for motor scootering, you could join a motor scooter club, and there's tons of dudes in that, number one. Right? If you're a nerd, you hang out at the comic book store, because you can meet nerds there who are single. If you like to read, you go to the library. If you like computers, you go to Starbucks with your computer, and be a little open. So, say hi to people as they go by and stuff like that. And that's how you can meet people that have the same interest as you.
Right.
That means I have to leave the house.
That does mean now, and that's what I was going to ask.
I was saying, that means I need to leave the house, which I haven't done.
That's what I was going to ask. Right?
I get off work, I go home, unless I do something as Jessica with Plush or with you guys, or you know what I mean. I don't leave. Home and work.
So that's the thing. So that is the problem that you're having. It's not that you're not dating; it's that you don't want to because you're not allowing yourself to.
And I have the problem like when I'm at Plush or at at the Red Label. I think that my problem is that I'm too approachable.
I'm like, you're wide open. I was about to say that, but I didn't know how that would come across.
So the men don't take me seriously because they think I'm just flirting with everybody in the room. And I am. But if I found one I really liked, I'd stop flirting maybe.
You know what happened to me last year? Okay,
I need a man that lets me flirt.
Well-rounded. Yeah, it was well-rounded. So here I am. I had an amazing friend. I'm like, I'm like all about him. And I told him, I'm like, let's whatever. So he's like,
let's fuck?
No, I just.
I'm sorry, you said whatever.
It was, but at the same time, he goes, you know what? I really like you. You're awesome. You're one of my greatest friends. Because he doesn't live here. He lives back east. I see him a couple of times. We talk all the time. He goes, but you would need more. You're more. That's what the way he put it is, you're more. He goes, you are not just, there's too much emotions attached to it. He goes, you're not just a fuck. You would, and I looked at him and I'm like, well, I know how to be. What are you talking about?
See, I think men are afraid of me. I mean, I'm a big personality. I mean, a big body. But yeah, as
No,
far
you
as
are.
and
You're
I'm not
very
saying
just-
that. Yeah, and I'm not saying that but I'm a big personality. I talk about sex on the radio. I'm a stripper. I photo and do some reality TV and
You're
stuff.
like the Zsa Zsa Gabor of the fat world.
Well,
And nothing phases you. No,
I can just see you
because
slapping
you're not-
some cop beside the head.
well, and so you know what?
Nothing phases you. You are just.
I'm just
very-
me. I don't know
Yeah.
how to be anybody else but me. But I do know this. I do know that if and when I ever settle down with one man, it's going to take somebody really special because I'm not saying I'm hard to live with because I'm not. I'm very giving and loving, but people they would never know that about me out in public. They would never know like what's really me. So I think that they are
I do.
really, yeah, you do. You guys do. But I think they're afraid of me. It's going to take somebody special to be able to deal
It's
with
not that.
me.
No, hold on. It's not that they're afraid of you. They're intimidated. That's
Yeah.
the word. It's intimidated, and that's what. Because I know that. And I think that's a lot of times what happens that people become intimidated by us as our personalities, and then as me, even though I say that I'm me no matter who I am, when I go out as me, I have walls up.
When is you don't have to say if you don't want to, but when was the last time you had a significant other?
Wow.
You want to think about it? Talk about it after the break.
I'll have to think about that. I mean,
go
because
back to
I
the
have
list.
friends, but I don't remember.
Right, you've had friends, like those kind of
Friends
friends.
with benefits.
There
Right,
you
right.
I understand that. Okay, what's the next myth?
Okay, so
Alexia?
let me finish. The last one we were talking about always offer to pay the bill.
Right.
You don't have to do that
you don't
anymore.
have to do that no more.
Every situation is different, so when to pitch in and when to let yourself be treated. If your date insists on paying, then it's polite to offer help, but you don't always need to reach for your wallet. I will say, here, let me get my half, and if he says, no, don't worry about it, I don't argue.
No, me neither. Never.
Even-
Is this mic on?
Yeah.
Okay, because
no.
I changed mics.
Yes,
Because we got
so I
girls
gotta
coming
turn you
in.
on.
Turn me on.
Okay,
There's
there
one
you go.
over here.
Okay,
Turn
we're going to break. We can actually,
gotta
why don't we
adjust.
break a little bit early?
Okay.
Okay. So when
I'll
we come
move
back,
on.
we've got four more to go through. So you're listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Don't go away. We've got porn stars in the studio. We'll be right back. Stay up to date with your favorite BBW girls on Twitter. Go to bbwgirltweet.com to find all your favorite adult BBW entertainers.
This guy's out of control. Who authorized this type of music?
He's live and unabashed, playing classic shit.
Don't you say it.
The Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Listen to The Kevin Jackson Show, 4 to 7 p.m. every Wednesday on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Hey everybody, this is Sin City Mama on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City Radio Show. Listen to us 7 p.m. Pacific Sunday nights, where we talk about everybody and everything, and learn how to become comfortable in your own skin like I have, because at first I wouldn't even get on the mic. That's the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, 7 p.m. Sunday on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Get connected to your audience with Endeavor Media Group. Find them online at emgnv.com.
Embrace your endeavors and take it to the limit with Endeavor Media Group. Visit them online at emgnv.com.
If you're looking to further your acting, modeling, or athletic career, contact Endeavor Media Group at emgnv.com.
Endeavor Media Group is a sports and entertainment PR firm, connecting its clients with audiences everywhere through movies, television, radio, publications, websites, mobile applications, and special events. Visit emgnv.com.
EMG represents clients of all sizes and in a variety of industries. The firm works with companies, organizations, famous individuals, and political groups to advance their interests, manage communication-related matters, promote products and services, handle issues, and mitigate specific problems. Visit Endeavor Media Group online at emgnv.com.
Hey you, this is Vince here on the Talk with Vince show, where no subject is off the table. We'll explore the depths of your mind. Spirituality, we talk it. Enlightenment, we talk it. Politics, we talk that too. Ufology, you want it, you got it. Conspiracy facts, we're on it. Sex, we talk it. So join me every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. for Talk with Vince here on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Talk that will blow your mind.
If you're like me, you listen to Nights Over Las Vegas with the Commander every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on KLAV 1230 a.m. But during the week, do you need your dose of the music that everybody knows? Well, don't fret. You can listen to rebroadcasts or even download a podcast of Nights Over Las Vegas with the Commander on VegasAllNetRadio.com. That's right. Take the Commander home with you tonight, any night. Just visit VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Hi, this is Stacy, the Doxy Diva. And Sam, host of the new Hot Diggity Dog Show. Join us Saturdays at 10 a.m. as we talk about various subjects as they relate to dogs, such as health and wellness, training, responsible pet ownership, current news, rescued pets, pet events, and special guests.
So let us educate and entertain you on Saturdays at 10 a.m. here on Vegas All Net Radio.
Let us bring out the dog in you.
Hot dog!
Find all of your favorite adult BBW babes on bbwgirltweet.com.
Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City here on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Streaming live on SinCityBounty.com. You can watch and see all the boobage that's in the studio. We have a room full of women. Everybody's going to show their cleavage for the camera. Oh, I think that's called the Alexa. Oh, yours are so cute in that little bra. Look at how speckled platinum. We have the beautiful platinum pussy in studio with us. We have Desiree Divine joining us at the end. I was just looking at pictures of her holding melons in front of her boobies, and I was very impressed because they're very impressive. And of course, co-hosting today is Jessika Vegas in on her stallion, the little mini rocket that she rides everywhere, which is so cute. And it's
the stallion mini rocket. You know what I'm thinking of? This is like some kind of good dildo. The stallion mini rocket. That's what I'm talking.
If it only had a few RPMs, it would feel
a few
good.
more.
Move that way a little, because my vain self has to be on the fucking camera.
It is time for Nationwide BBW Club Calendar. You can find these and all events at nationwidebbwclubcalendar.com, or you can find Nationwide BBW Club Calendar on Facebook, or all you have to do is go to SinCityBounty.com and click on the link that says BBW Calendar. Woohoo! Saturday, July 6th, starting at 9 p.m., Club Bounce is now in Los Angeles. This Saturday coming up, it's 100% free, no cover charge. It's customer appreciation night, and that's because they're going to every Saturday night. You can get more info at www.bb.clubbounce.net.
Sorry.
No. That wasn't your fault.
Saturday, July 6th at 10 p.m. Newark, New Jersey. Babs BBW. Facebook Crush versus Candy Crush. 23 years and older. ID required. More info at babsbbw.com.
We got new readers.
Yay! Awesome. And my shorthand's a little strange over here.
In Delaware Valley, BBW and admirers of Delaware Valley will be hosting a dinner at Buca di Beppo's, July 13th at 7 p.m. in Exton, Pennsylvania. For more info, email bbwadmire2007 at AOL.com.
That's Larry, and they've always got something going on.
They always do.
I know, I was going to say they are so awesome. Their pasta's yummy. Yeah, I know.
I just like to say it.
Buca di Beppo.
Buca di Beppo.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Evolution of Curves comes to Las Vegas. Model search. Saturday, July 6th at 8 p.m. www.evolutionofcurves.com. SinCityBountyJessika.com.
I am trying to get the president of that company to be on the show.
Good.
So look for her in the next couple of weeks.
Good.
BBW Blowout July, Margaritaville.
Woohoo!
July 20th at the Holiday Inn, Peyton something. Englewood, Ohio. $10 cover. Facebook, you can find them on Facebook at BBW Blowout July, Margaritaville.
Saturday, July 13th, Dewart, California.
Yeah, it's Dewart.
Dewart.
Yeah, Dewart, California.
It's the Big Fat Flea Market by Size Diversity Task. Proceeds goes to
they put this SD
San Diego
TF. So I'm going to be real honest with you. I got on their website to see where the donations were going to by that abbreviation. And
it looks like it's
they need to
Diversity Task Force. .org
and .org project. So they do a lot of charity. All their events, money goes to charity.
Yes.
Okay.
They're going to be doing their own little bash, Size Diversity Task Force here in Vegas. I believe it's September, October.
Where's your strings? I'll pull your strings so we see what you.
All right, my turn. Babs 20th Anniversary Celebration Summer Jam, July 11th through the 14th at the ML Hotel and Coco Key Water Resort, Mount Laurel, New Jersey. www.babsbbw.com.
BBW Takeover Las Vegas. Every Saturday night, no cover. Music starts at 10 p.m. The Juke Joint and Bar and Grill, 42030 East Craig Road, North Las Vegas.
Down the street from Nellis Air Force Base.
Woohoo! Men in uniform makes my nipples hard.
And starting July 26th all the way through July 28th, we have BBW Fan Fest. Woohoo! At the Tuscany Hotel and Casino right here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Meet your favorite BBW porn stars, cam performers, models. You can go to or you can find more info at bbwfanfest.com.
And if you haven't bought your tickets yet, go to SinCityBounty.com and buy it through our affiliate. Right at the top it says BBW Fan Fest. Click on it and buy your ticket.
That's right.
You're really like... Thursday, July 25th at 10 p.m., Plush the Nightclub is going to have the up-and-comers kickoff party for BBW
We'll be there.
2013. There is no cover charge. Yes, we will be in the Heezy. You can get plenty of motorboat pictures. And you can find more information at plushthenightclub.com.
That's right. My turn? Your turn?
Yes, your turn.
Well-rounded follows the Fan Fest. You just go one right from one right into the other. Just slide.
And see us at both events.
Just put some baby oil on, slide right into the other one.
Transition.
Right, that was right. Well-rounded BBW Las Vegas being held at the Plaza Hotel Monday, July 27th through Sunday, August 4th. Join all for fun parties, activism, friendship, hanging out at the pool. Lots of pool hanging out. And that's at wellroundedbbw.com or find them on Facebook.
And if you haven't bought your ticket yet, let Miss Bree Brown know that you heard about it here on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City.
That's right.
Can I throw in another party that's not mentioned on the cards?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I have one more.
Oh, then I'll shut up. NAFA goes to Vegas. NAFA's 2013 annual convention hits Vegas July 25th through the 29th at the Westin Hotel and Casino. For more info, go to www.nafa.org.
NAAFA. This is not a party, so you can mention it after you do your thing. Plus size, thick and curvy cruise. Set sail February 2014 for a 7-day Caribbean cruise. Only $25 reserves your room for BBWs, BHMs, and their admirers. Check on Facebook at Facebook/groups/plus size cruise.
Punta Cana, that's you. Okay, BBW Cruise Gone Shipwrecked 2013. Shipwrecked in Punta Cana! September 14th through the 21st. Punta Cana Resort and Spa in the Dominican Republic. For more info, bbwcruise.com. Are you talking about BBW Club Las Vegas on the 20th?
28th. It's Jacob's kickoff for the Well-Rounded.
That's what Desiree just covered.
That was for what?
No, that was for Thursday the 25th.
The 28th is Sunday.
And
Oh,
it's
the-
going to kick off
right.
at the
That's
Gold
at the
Coast.
end of your event and the
Oh,
kickoff of
Well-Rounded.
Well-Rounded.
Right.
Okay.
And
Like I
his
said,
is
it's a
at
seamless transition.
I
his
got
is
you.
at the Golden Nugget.
Another
Golden
wait,
Nugget. There we go.
another night to get drunk.
I have no information on that, so that's why it was not on the club calendar.
There is a full, I think, 11 days of drunkenness.
And you know what? I'm going to sign us all up for rehab. We'll, okay.
Sign me
You
up
know
for the
what?
hospital.
Well-Rounded ends on Sunday morning. I have to do the show Sunday night because I'm committed. But Monday morning, girls, I'm checking myself in, okay, to detox.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Attend the annual trade show where all your favorite adult BBW entertainers will be. BBW Fan Fest 2013, July 26th, 27th, and 28th in Las Vegas at the Tuscany. Find BBW Fan Fest on Facebook for more info.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That's the sound of On Wheels Now, every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
If you like cars,
The smell of gasoline and rubber,
or just love motorsports and auto racing,
On Wheels Now is your inside look at local motorsports.
so don't miss the action.
We'll keep you in the loop with the latest local racing news.
We're race car drivers too, so join me, Michael,
and Mike, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Find us at onwheelsnow.com.
This is Sierra of the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. And I would like to take a moment to talk about something serious. I'd like to talk about balls. Every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., you can listen to me and my co-hosts talk about balls. You can listen to us on VegasAllNetRadio.com, or you can watch us at SinCityBounty.com. We'll talk about balls every Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. And don't forget, balls.
Hi, I'm DJ Tim Dope. Come join us every Saturday night at 6 p.m. PDT, 9 p.m. EDT for my new show, Pure Dope Radio, here on Vegas All Net Radio. We'll be having fun addressing the issues with special guests each week. So I'll see you at 6 p.m. PDT, 9 p.m. EDT, Saturday on the show, Pure Dope Radio on Vegas All Net Radio.
Stay up to date with your favorite BBW girls on Twitter. Go to bbwgirltweet.com to find all your favorite adult BBW entertainers.
Welcome back to the award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas All Net Radio. And if y'all go to BBW Fan Fest before midnight tonight, we can for sure win another award. Hello! But we are in the studio with some of our very favorite people.
I know.
Desiree Divine. Woo woo! Platinum Pussy. And Jessika Vegas.
The very sweet, the very kind, the very hasn't dated since 2009.
I was going to say she figured it out while we were on break. I had to even help her because we dated somebody back to back, the same person, Jessica and I. Believe me, you're not missing nothing.
Very
not at all.
Yes.
Not missing nothing, folks.
And then we have, so we're going to bring her on to the mic later. We have the Cake Pop lady.
She just cringed when you said we're going to put her on the microphone.
She loves the attention. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. I know. It's addicting. This radio thing is addicting.
You know what? You are sitting in a room blabbing with a bunch of women talking about men. So you know what? You do that on an everyday basis. The only difference is you might not have a tequila in your hand, okay?
And I think we get a little bit more graphic. I was talking to the manager of the station. I was like, do you think we could make the move to AM late night? Because they allow some curse words after midnight.
I could only imagine what she said.
And she said, I don't think so. And I said, well, what if we tried to clean it up? She goes, could you?
No.
Could you really?
No, because when we get out of time, that motherfucking son of a bitch with his big cock. No, we can't do it.
And it wouldn't be the curse word so much as the content.
The topics.
You know,
we
the
talk
things
about.
that we talk about, especially when we get down to the nitty gritty about cum and
merkins and.
Very controversial, you girls are.
We like it that way.
Raw, come on, raunchy and raw.
Raunchy, real,
Are you
raunchy, and
brave
raw.
enough? Okay, give us a myth, baby.
All right, so here we left off on the 8 myths that you should now forget about.
Okay.
The things that you were told that you had to do when you dated somebody, and now they're telling you, fuck it.
And
So-
I've agreed with everyone they said. Fuck
I
it
know.
to. Okay.
So we've left off on number 5. Make it all about him.
Fuck that.
No, I'm at the point in time in my age, it's all about me.
Hello, I'm a diva.
Now I know this, and most times when you're told about going on a date with a guy, let them talk about themselves, and they feel important, and they feel like they've accomplished something by informing you about the world, and they'll probably like you better.
I know there's a problem when I date a guy and all he talks about is himself.
Right. Yes.
Because that tells me you
He's
haven't
so
once
sinner.
asked me about my life.
Right.
About my likes, what kind of wine I like, nothing.
You're absolutely that is supposed to go both ways.
Right.
Guys are told the same thing. Let her talk about herself. What do you guys think?
I think no, you shouldn't let him talk about himself. It should be dual interest. I mean,
Exactly.
And here's how I see it: if a guy only talks about himself, then his only interest is himself. There's no room for
That's
anybody
exactly
else.
what. And you know what? When I'm on a date with somebody the first time, like I check myself because I like make sure I'm not over blabbing, or I'll ask him about himself to like, keep the conversation going.
I'm Barbara Walters. I ask everything.
I tend to ask
Barbara
a lot of
Wawa.
questions, too.
My ass is full. I love
am
this chair.
a firm believer of get all that shit out on the table in the beginning. So I'd be like, you can't come at me later and tell me that, you didn't know that I was crazy, because I had an initial disclaimer that stated I'm crazy as fuck. So if you want to continue from that point, then that's all you. And I appreciate the same in return. However, it never works out that way. Everybody in the beginning, all the guys, they want to be like, oh, I'm so this and I'm so that. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. They
I agree.
are liars.
Oh, if their mouths are moving, they're lying.
Word.
All right, so it says
Unless you're Tom Petty.
Well, right, because
Sorry.
his mouth
don't move.
Mouth don't move. his mouth don't move. You can't tell he's saying so. He can be lying to you all he wants. You
learned
had no
tonight
idea.
that Alexia does not like Tom Petty.
Why? How could you not like Tom Petty?
Because he talks and sings like this. He never moves his goddamn lips.
I'm a man. How could you not like Tom Petty? I mean,
Because his
seriously.
name is Petty, and it's probably Petty. Same with Stevie Nicks. I'm pagan, and I don't like Stevie Nicks either. Because she sings the same goddamn way.
Like Stevie
love Stevie
Nicks.
Nicks.
Right? I don't think
I
you
know.
can be friends.
Sacrilege.
anymore.
Right
I
here.
don't think you can be a woman and not like
You
Stevie
are like
Nicks.
a rock star
Please.
legend. What is
Oh,
up
no,
with
no,
that?
no, no, no,
You're
no,
like
no,
the
oh, no,
Grim
no,
Reaper
no, no,
of
no.
Happy rock star time.
Eddie Van Halen, huge fan. Metallica, huge. Kiss, huge. I like them all. I even like Foreigner, goddammit.
Just not
Stevie
Tom
Nicks?
Petty and Stevie Nicks.
Tom Petty, Stevie
Wow.
Nicks. And then they did that song together. Holy crap.
Wow.
It's
Wait.
like
I have a
assault on my
question.
ears.
Can you listen to them if you don't have to watch their mouths not move?
No.
Oh.
I usually leave the room, or I tune them out, or something.
I'm gonna have to take away some of your cool points.
That's fine. Take them.
You gave them to me.
Okay.
I
All
love
right.
Stevie Nicks.
All right, next myth.
So it's true that people like to talk about themselves, but try not to be so selfless that your own needs or interests are ignored. To build a relationship that's based on equal footing, strive for balance and compromise when it comes to conversation, dates, and responsibilities. That means tell them to shut the fuck up. So you can talk about yourself. Number 6, downplay your interest.
Why?
Which is, if you really like them, don't let them know that you like them.
I think these are all stupid and ridiculous things.
But these are things that we were told.
But
Well,
here,
people are stupid and ridiculous. I am telling you, why should you alter how you are to impress somebody when a week later they're gonna find out you're not that person at all, and then you feel like you've been.
but I do agree. I'm not saying that, you act like you're not interested. I'm just saying you can come on strong. and scare somebody away.
Yes.
So I'm not. I mean, you could let somebody know you're interested by the next day or at night when you get home. Thanks, I had a great time. That lets them know, like, maybe you're interested in another date or something. But you can't. I've seen girls be like, oh my god, I love this man. He is so great. Like after the first fucking date, he's the one. Now you tell a guy after the first date, oh, I think we're soulmates and you're the one. I fucking would run. Well, I'm an exception, but that man, I would expect him to run.
Right.
Yeah. So I think there's a medium there.
Are we talking about the same thing? Because I was thinking interest as in like the things that you like.
No.
This is that you're interested in them, that you really like them.
Oh yeah.
That you really want to get to know them.
You don't want to come off as desperate.
And you don't want to put yourself in a position to get your heart stepped on.
Now this one says the reason.
But some people believe in love at first sight. So
fuck that.
So this says if you're worried about caring too much, don't be. There's nothing wrong with falling for someone, and when it feels right, chances are caring too much will feel like just enough.
They're fucking stupid. I'm with Desiree on that one.
Like,
I'm telling you, fucking stupid.
Fucking stupid. That one's fucking stupid.
Maybe.
That is fucking stupid.
And this is the one that got me. Number 7. These are things that you don't have to do anymore. Things that you should throw away. The things that you were told that you were supposed to be on a date.
So
throw this rule away.
Okay.
And I'm like, what?
Is that the one about don't have sex?
Number 7 is never be needy.
I agree.
I think you should never be needy.
I agree. Don't.
But
be
they
needy.
say that you should just throw that rule out the window.
Why?
Be as needy as you want.
Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm having a hard time paying my rent, and you know what? My car needs a new transmission. But life is great. Fuck that. I ain't letting nobody know I'm down in the dumps.
Well, needy, I don't necessarily think means all that.
Like emotionally needy?
Emotionally needy, physically needy. I tend to be
like, I need to fuck tonight now.
Needy.
Is that like physically needy?
I don't think that's. I don't. I
Or
think
just wanna
that's on the
like,
line.
commandeer their time and
Right.
really go.
But they're actually talking about for you playing the damsel in distress.
Like you should play the damsel?
No, it says there's no need to play damsel in distress, but know that it's fine to need another person every once in a while. While it's great to be independent, there's also in value in letting somebody know when it's necessary.
Well, I do
that you
think
need
that
them.
men need to be needed.
But I don't think that you should let that out on a first date.
That sentence applies to actually needy. I think that whole like paragraph after "don't be needy" or "be needy," it's okay to be needy. I don't think those those two like are not.
I think it's just
cohesive.
definitions of needy. But I am a very independent woman. I don't need a man.
Me too.
I love having Silent Mike around, but if I needed to, I could survive on my own, and
you
I
know
have
what?
done.
You know what? I have said those exact words on a first date, so maybe that's my problem too.
But that's the thing, because I mean, after it was 2 or 3 shows ago, that I believe you said it. It was either you or you said that your dad taught you how to change a tire. Your dad taught you.
My dad.
My dad did too. My dad's a cop, so it's just like you will never be stranded on the side of the road. You need to know how to do this, this, and this, this.
But I think
Well,
it goes back all the way to like fucking the caveman days. You know, where men feel they need to be needed. They need to be like...
I don't disagree. There are a lot of men that get upset because they don't think they're needed.
Yeah, it's like when a man, doesn't think that they're needed, they're like, they feel more like a piece of furniture or something than...
But see, I don't think that's something you need to work out on your first date.
No.
I think that whether you're needy or not will come with time, because you know what? There's a lot of men who are needy.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well,
I think it's because a lot of women know they can't depend on a man.
Right.
So I'm not going to give you the option to disappoint me in a situation where I can just take care of it myself.
Right. That's true.
But if you're a good man, we're going to be in situations where you're going to take initiative to be there for me without me having to ask.
Right.
So I don't have to be needy.
Right.
I think it's good initially to let your guard down a little bit and not be like, oh, I can do this for myself.
Yeah,
so
I
don't
agree.
need
I agree with that.
I agree.
I agree with that.
Then they'll be like, oh, well, damn, girl, why don't you be just lesbian all over the place? Like you just lesbianed on yourself. Like...
Oh, I love
well, you
having
give them
these
the
girls
option.
here.
You say, hey, if they say what's wrong, and you say this is what's going on, that's kind of like an open door to be like, well, what can I do to help?
Exactly.
So I think letting your guard down to, need somebody, or
Well,
want
and when you have issues like me,
And me.
you know what? It's very hard to let my guard down. Because I don't, and people will disappoint you
Exactly.
All the time.
So you got to find that spot when.
That's why I think it should take a lot more than just a couple of dates. Which brings us to number 8. Take it slow. That is a myth you should throw out the window.
Bullshit.
If I'm horny and I ain't gonna be slow.
I have never been good at that. Never. Like almost every single relationship, like long-term relationship I've had, which hasn't been that many actually. I was with them from literally the day we met. Like when I got married, I had been with my husband 24/7 since literally the night we met. And we were together for 4.5 years. And however, there have been a couple circumstances where I wish I would have waited a little longer to, because
waited a little longer to what? Finish that.
Carrie said it earlier, because everybody when you first meet them has a representative, so they put their best foot forward and their who they are or who they want you to think they are. And then after a while, that representative disappears, and you're stuck with who the fuck are you, and then it could go all awry. So I think probably waiting, like I'm really trying to pace myself these days.
Now you're not talking about waiting for say sex. You're talking about waiting for an emotional commitment.
I think you should wait for sex as well,
Not
because
me.
I have
I'm not
huge
saying
problem waiting for that. Like if I am attracted to somebody physically, I want it now.
Yeah,
I don't
me
give a
too.
fuck
Me too.
Where we
Me
are,
too.
who we're with, like right now. And it's generally the representative can handle that. However, I think I actually act different after having sex.
I think that's when you tend to let your guard down. Like now that you've had sex, it's kind of like, okay, now we're moving on to the next. Like,
Well, I feel
next?
like, okay, well, we've done this, and for me, it's kind of the sex point is almost where I determine, okay, I either like you or not so much.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if there's going to be a big factor in there, if you can hang or not. Sometimes I'm like, oh, well, he's a nice guy, so I'll let him stick around. However, with guys, it's like, oh, well, a lot of guys have that conquering thing. Oh, now I've conquered her,
That's
so
true.
I can just
move on. Yeah.
keep it pushing. There's nothing for them.
But let me
guys
ask you
do
this.
like the chase.
Let me ask you this. So
Not that
you
I
got
know.
one of those guys that like the chase. So you kind of put him off to before you have sex because that whole thing. So then you're 3-4 weeks into it, say, and you finally have sex, and then he says, I conquered it, I'm gone. You've just 3-4 weeks of your life and he's gone. I mean, at that point you maybe start getting emotionally invested.
Right.
And then you fucking are sunk.
Right.
So
really.
I think
Go
what?
to bed,
I
get it
really
over
just
with.
think that it's a numbers game, and you got
It's a numbers game.
Like herd through
really
them.
is.
Because I mean, I really truly believe that you're gonna end up who you're supposed to end up with. But I really think that you have to like really shuffle through these fuckers to find that person because
I love you,
mean,
Desiree. I really
there
do.
is some really obnoxious assholes.
You're
I'm
right.
telling you. I'm like,
There
these
are.
guys are just ridiculous. Everybody to me right now is ridiculous because it's 100 and fucking hot degrees outside, and
the last thing you want to think about is getting naked and sweaty, right? Because you're sweaty already.
But let me tell you, men to me right now are ridiculous.
And why is this?
Because I think that. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to hashtag.
Oh,
okay.
I think that you got to give men something to achieve. And if you span out the period, the building up period a little bit, some of them will feel like they're a little bit more invested than if you just meet them and give up the goods. And
well, for me, I find that people in general, like a lot of people, lack the ability to be honest. And for me, I'm like all about
Because
being
they're
honest.
afraid that you'll run if you find out about the real them.
See,
But you
and
know what?
Which
I'm
is
all about
probably
like,
true.
like, okay, here's all my shit.
Yeah,
right
me
here,
too.
Right?
I'm an open book.
So
yeah.
just have at it. Okay, well, if I'm putting all my shit on the table for you to know that I am fucking crazy, then I think it's all turnabout is fair play. Put it out on the table because then it gives me the choice if I want to stay and deal with your crazy or if I can't handle that. Don't draw it out and,
Like, tell me some of the things you lay out on the table.
Everything. I say, I'm emotionally retarded. Like, I have trust issues. Like, I have
That's
issues.
a lot of baggage for one man to grab.
But you
the
know
first
what?
night
Here's
out.
the thing, though. You're self-aware, and a lot of people are not aware of how they are. They're in fantasy land. They think they're a certain way, and then they're really not.
My ass won't
But
stand
I
this
don't want
chair.
somebody to think that I'm gonna, like I invest a lot in the people that I care about. Like,
I see that.
I'm very. For me, it's a problem because I have to find a medium, a gray area, because it's either black or white for me. Like, I'm all in or all out. Like, there's no middle ground for me. Like, once I like somebody, I just fucking head first, no water in the pool. Here I am.
Now, let me ask you this. Can you casually date somebody that you could never be a life partner with, but you're having a good time along as
Absolutely.
you're dating?
However,
okay.
I can't seem to find those people because the people that I want to do that with always want to, like, try to date me, and I
And
don't
marry
want to
you.
date them, and
Yeah.
then it's a problem, and they become, like, overly needy. And then, like, I've never, if I could find just one, like, real cool fuck buddy, I would be in heaven.
Oh, I found one.
I have never,
Fuck
like,
you.
Okay.
I've had
He's
one
very cool.
I had one a long time ago, but in the last few years, I've never been able to find another one. Like, it's ridiculous.
And I found this one on POF.
Oh God, I totally.
You know what I found
I would
lately?
burn
We call
POF's
him
fucking
Batman
building
because
That's
he's
awesome. Oh,
where do you get those wonderful toys?
Wow.
I would burn POF's building down, just so you know.
P to the
they're
O
trying to
to
clean
the
themselves
fuck off
up.
and
Did you hear
die.
that?
No, they can fuck off, is what I hear.
Well, it's been a pretty
I'm hostile today.
pretty bad place for a long time.
Yeah, I've met a few nice people on it though.
You know what's funny though, because at least on online booty call, you know what you're getting into.
It's an
If you're
online
on the
booty call.
website and you meet somebody and they're like, "Yeah, I just want to fuck," you already know that. But on
I
Plenty of
assume that
Fish-
every one of them is just want to fuck.
Oh, I had some guy who said to me on POF, "Do you want to come over for some coffee?" I'm like, "I'll meet you at a Starbucks for coffee." "No, I make better coffee here at my house. Come over for coffee."
Yeah, exactly.
Coffee.
Well, you know what's funny? Like I met a
coffee
guy-
and something else.
Silent Mike says because Silent
Why
Mike
do you
does
want
make
creamer in it?
Silent Mike's super magic penis coffee.
Special.
He makes awesome coffee. He could have been telling the truth.
Yeah, he just wanted to put his
You
own
know what?
special
And it
creamer in
depends on what moment they get me like that. If they're
Yeah.
like, "Come on over," and I'm like, "I'm horny as hell. I'll be there."
That's a rule. I
I'm
have.
never that horny. You have to come to me.
You never go to somebody's house.
I never go to
Oh well,
First
see,
time.
I don't have people at my house, so
Right.
I have to go to their place.
Well, here's the
Safe
thing.
calls.
I want a guy that's creative who will say, "I'll make my coffee, but I will bring it to you at Starbucks."
Right?
So we'll meet at Starbucks, and if it is really better than Starbucks, then we're working with some, because at least you told the truth.
Right.
Right.
But to lure me over to your house with intentions of getting in my panties if I'm wearing them, it's just wrong.
And you know what? A woman should be smart enough to know when a guy's trying to lure you over for sex.
A woman should be, but there are a lot of women that aren't. You have to think about these women who have been married for 20-something years and then just get divorced and then lose their goddamn minds.
It's
Because
all-
I've witnessed that a million times
And are
already.
brand new to the computers.
Or they're in a stage or a phase of their life where I think your dating represents where you're at emotionally, and sometimes you're just more vulnerable than other times.
And
Like
this is-
right now, Sweet Cheeks is horny. She
Right.
wants to fuck.
This
It's
is
pretty obvious.
This is one of the reasons why this show exists. So if you know any women who are recently divorced, just have them listen to the show. We'll teach them how it is out there in the dating world, so they know what.
we don't
and
pull
not
no
what
punches
to
about
do.
these douchebags out there, do we?
And we pull no punches about the women that can be douchebags either.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
I've been known to be that.
We've all been there. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I wish
when I
someti-
get in my man addiction, sex addiction phase, I am a super douche.
You just
It's
like
retarded.
lining them up and turning them out.
Like you could stick a fucking revolving door and it'd be cool with me.
And she'll drop any and everything. Like we'll be in the middle of watching a movie, and she'll be like, "Oh,
It's
he's
fuck
coming
30.
over." And yeah, can you pause this? I'll be back. No, really? You're gonna ditch me in the middle of a movie for some ass?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, it's time for a big break. When we come back, we're going to talk to the girls from BBW Fan Fest about BBW Fan Fest, so don't go away. We've got some music for you from Static V and some Pagan Piper Project, Just the Sun, and then we'll be back.
Try that one 10 times.
I know, right?
Wow.
Actually, I really like them, but since we no longer record the music to go into YouTube, I can play them, so that's awesome. This is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Don't go away. We will be right back.
Who's in chat?
Yeah.
just want my friend back. All I'm saying is that I just want my friend back. All I'm saying is that I just want my friend back. All I'm saying is that I just want my friend back. Now we gotta switch positions somehow. Things are a little different. It's no longer about you and me. We done slipped up, now it's three. We gotta learn how to be a family. But you obviously feel like I don't love you. You keep me from my son. I don't know what to do. I can't fuck with you. I swear I'm about to give up and just tell your ass to do it alone. I see you wanna do it alone, and I guess that you were strong enough to do it alone. No, I just can't do it alone. Baby, please don't make me do it alone. I guess that I'm just in this alone.
You're just the sun. Na 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 na.
A ball of fire lighting up our sky, bright and yellow, easy to personify. This is your season, this is your song. You know what the time of the year, the light is strong. The outer light reflects the fire that's within. You're just the sun, shining on the horizon. You're just the sun, bringing life to the earth. You're just the sun, shining on the horizon. You're just the sun, bringing life to the earth. A warm embrace on my skin as I turn my face to you. Much too bright for my eyes, but the beams warm me through and through. So much power lets me shiver, lets me stall. As I run towards the pile, I lose it all. Feel me jump him, feel like floating through the air. You're just the sun, shining on the horizon. You're just the sun, bringing life to the earth. You're just the sun, shining on the horizon. You're just the sun, bringing life to the earth. Without you, my son, nothing would be alive. Still not everyone is willing to recognize. They used your image to summon the spirits of hell. They soiled your sign with the blood of the innocent. They have been